This is that Moses who said to the children of Israel, the Lord your God will raise up for you a prophet like me from your brethren, whom you shall hear. And this is he who was in the congregation in the wilderness with the angel who spoke to him on Mount Sinai. And with our fathers, the one who received the living oracles to give to us, whom our fathers would not obey, but rejected. This is key because now he's kind of shifting gears right here.
Right.
And in their hearts, they turned back to Egypt, saying, Aaron, make us gods to go before us. As for this Moses who brought us out of the land of Egypt, we do not know what has become of him. And they made a calf in those days, offered sacrifices to the idol, rejoiced in the works of their own hands. And then God turned and gave them up to worship the host of heaven, as it is written in the book of the prophets. Did you offer me slaughtered animals and sacrifices during 40 years in the wilderness, O house of Israel? You also took up the tabernacle of Moloch. Talk about an indictment.
Yeah.
Man, this is like, I mean, he is saying you are demon worshipers.
Right.
Like our forefathers.
Right.
They made a shift. Up until this point, he's talking about how God was for them and how God led them and how God put people in positions to help lead them toward what God was doing. But now it shifts, and now it's God did everything for our forefathers.
Right.
And they still turned their backs on God.
Right. Which has a lot of even bigger depth for them because, again, they called Moses, not just Moses the rabbi, but Moses my teacher. There was a person like, this is the man who taught us. We honor his teachings above. And right off the bat, he has in verse 37, we see that Moses gave them the first prophecies about Jesus. And they rejected it, not just that they go, no, that's weird. They went and worshiped false idols and demons.
That is a great point. Verse 37. Now, I know we're in 43, but verse 37, Dallas brings up an amazing point that Moses is prophesying about Jesus, the Messiah, who is coming.
Right.
And he is prophesying that this is the one you're going to hear and this is the one you're looking for, and they rejected it. See, Jesus wasn't just rejected after he was born.
Right.
He was rejected before he even came.
Exactly.
Although they were crying out for a deliverer, and all the prophets were telling them, there is one coming who's greater than me.
Right.
David said, the Lord of my Lord.
Right.
Right? The Lord of my Lord. All the prophets, Isaiah said, there's a suffering servant who's coming. Jeremiah, the weeping prophet, they all prophesied about this ultimate deliverer who was coming.
Right.
And they rejected the prophetic word.
Exactly. And he got down there in verse 39, but our fathers refused to obey him. Instead, they rejected him. They have a history of reject. That's kind of what he's setting up for, because he's presenting the gospel. That's all he's been doing is presenting the gospel.
Yep.
That's always been, hey, the Messiah is here. He's come. And they're like, oh, you're trying to get rid of our teachings of Moses. He's like, you have a history of this, by the way. Did you know that?
That's right. That's right.